I'm lost in darkness, searching for light. Every step forward feels like a fight. Shadows of doubt creep in my mind, but I refuse to surrender. I must find a way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. The weight of the world crushes me down. Fear and uncertainty all around. But I deep find inner strength to face the trials length by length. A way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes, like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my heart reborn. I've walked through fire and emerged scarred, but wiser, stronger, and unmarred. My existence is a test of will, of trials overcome, of a soul made bold. The way of the world, above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Ooh, made bold. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my spirit unborn. Day to day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help when no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching.
Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio NXT post-show rewind for February the 11th, 2025. I am Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster, here with little Molly Holly and a special guest tonight. I think you're muted, brother.
God damn it! God damn it! Motherfucker. But anyway, hello guys, I am Matt, aka That Corner Reviewer, from the TNA side of Dirt Sheet Radio, here to join today. Tyler, thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. A lot of fun. Good show. Go home show for Vengeance Day taking place this weekend. But before we can get into all the fun out there, I do have to give that ever important shout out to our partner out on the web, comicbookclick.com. Comicbookclick.com, one of your hubs for pop culture, entertainment, professional wrestling, comic books, all in one place. Check it out. Make it your homepage. Look at it multiple times a day. Oh, just like we do. Not because we're legally obligated, but because we love to do it. Folks, we have big show coming up this weekend, and they were pulling out all the stops tonight. Yeah, I guess let's start with the main event, as is tradition here on the Dirt Sheet Radio Rewinds. Tonight's main event. Okay, Molly, you're gonna go that way. All right. In a steel cage, the evil, horrible, scum of the earth, dastardly Ridge Holland, who has entrance music that's way cooler than he deserves, taking on the North American champion, Tony D'Angelo. Tony D. I was shocked tonight, Matt, that Tony D was able to pull this out and retain that championship.
I was expecting a screw job. After the promo that he did with his family, I was expecting Stacks to do a heel turn.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I was like, "Oh, fuck, okay, like, wow, he retained, but you know what? Good for him. He's definitely come a long way since he started this gimmick. Like, I thought nothing of that gimmick when he was feuding with Tommaso Ciampa, and now look at him, North American champion, main event, and
It works. He has come a long way, especially over the last year and a half or so. I still don't necessarily think that a mobster gimmick is something that would really work on the main roster.
oh no, it definitely would not. He would have to change it if he does.
Yeah, but that being said, I'm not really sure what else would really work for him, because he's become very good at this. Like, it's not overly cartoony. It's just funny enough when it needs to be, but he's shown time and time again that he can turn it up and, have that level of intensity. And I've liked him a lot as North American champion. I've liked him more as North American champion than I did as Heritage Cup champion.
Agreed.
But yeah, so when it was coming down to it here, Izzi Dame, who's been kind of, I don't want to say flirting necessarily with the family, but she's been friendly with them lately.
Yeah.
She pulls a crowbar that she had obscured in her jacket betwixt her bosom, because that's where one hides the crowbar.
Of course.
Yeah.
Where else do you hide it?
Right? Well, no one's patting her down. But she goes to toss it in the ring, and Stacks stops her. And this is, again, Matt, this is where you were saying, I thought that, Stacks is going to turn here.
Yeah.
But no, he ends up tossing it in like he wants credit for the damn thing. And Ridge and Tony kind of fight back and forth with it a little bit, and that leads to the finish. But after the match, Izzi Dame getting in that cage, turning on the family, turning on Tony D, and aligning herself with Shawn Spears and the rest of the information bush, trademark hipster, the information bush. That's what I'm calling them. It's not a learning tree, it's an information bush.
Yep.
Shawn Spears with Nico Vance. Gosh, I forgot.
No one knows. No one knows.
Henson. Not Briggs. Henson.
I was saying he was earlier.
He's there. He's right there. He's right there. He's in the cage there. But yeah, so they've been teasing this for a while, and I'm glad they finally pulled the trigger here. It's a fine fit. At least now we won't have to see Shawn Spears being super fucking creepy, lurking behind cabinets and things, watching Izzi Dame from afar.
Yeah, he didn't want to be another Dexter Loomis, so I'm glad he didn't not do that anymore.
Yeah, it was a pretty hot finish to the show tonight, which honestly pales in comparison to some of the other news of the episode. We'll get there. We're going to get there. The former AEW talent. But tonight's main event went 11 minutes and 9 seconds. So not the longest match tonight, but not the shortest either. So pretty solid main event. And yeah, we'll see what this means moving forward for Tony D. I assume that at some point Shawn Spears is going to be getting a shot at that championship.
But will he win it, or is just going to put Tony D over?
Much like I've done with Fraxium, I repeatedly have said, well, I could see him dropping the belts here, and then it never actually happens. They keep squeaking by and winning. And I feel like I'm starting to get to the same thing with Tony D'Angelo, where I felt this way tonight. I'm like, Ridge is probably going to get this. He's going to get some heat over it, and he didn't. And so now I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, this could actually probably help Shawn Spears a bit. I think he's really found a good niche here with this character, and I've said this a few times here on the show. I've not historically been a Shawn Spears, Ty Dillinger guy,
Right.
but I've liked what he's done here. I think it's clicking, at least for me. And a North American Championship, it wouldn't hurt his aura as this information bush cult leader.
Well, I'll gladly take the information bush over the learning tree, if I'm being perfectly honest.
So, all right. So that's one vote for information bush over learning tree. Guys.
Yeah, no, it's Jericho. He can. Just let Big Bill go. Let him go.
Thank you. Yeah, the vortex is a real thing. It's a real thing.
I know. He's like, no, it's not true. It's impossible. Like, name one: Brian Keith, Big Bill, Ricky Starks, MJF, Eddie Kingston. The only one he did help was Orange Cassidy, but everyone else, no.
Right.
Like, other people had to rehab them. Like with MJF, CM Punk had to put MJF back up. Because how do you recover from getting a swirly from Jericho?
That is hard to come back from. Getting a swirly from anyone is hard to come back from.
I'm like, well, I get the feud's over. Like, he got his revenge. He got swirly. It's done.
That's it. That's all she wrote. End of story.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But no, I'm looking forward to seeing how they are going to do this. I wonder. Like I said, I can see Tony D'Angelo retaining it, but you never know with Shawn Spears. He might be able to win it just for like a little bit. It depends. It really depends on what they want to do. But this was a good match. I was expecting Rich to win because he was another guy that's improved, even though he's a giant asshole. But he's a heel, damn it.
And I agree. Like he has, they put him on quite the character roller coaster since being down back on the developmental brand with winning the good graces of the members of Chase U and getting in there and actually getting a positive reaction and then revealing himself to be the terrible human being he actually is and Chase U's just been disbanded. We got a little bit of Chase U progression tonight too. Andre Chase had an appearance.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Yeah.
But obviously Chase U as it was will never be again. The MVP Duke Hudson. We learned that he was released in January. This past week we learned that. So, yeah, but Thea Hale's still safe as far as I know.
Yeah, no, quite a few gone. The past couple weeks here. I'm like. Oh, well, spring cleaning is early.
Yeah, it came early this year.
My goodness.
But anything else on the main event or the angle after before we hop around to the start of the show?
I think I said about everything I needed to say. Really good match. I liked Fun Cage. About 12 minutes, like less than 12 minutes.
Yeah, it was 11.
It was good. It was good enough for a TV main event. It did what it needed to do. Surprised he won, but now we know where it's leading to. I'm looking forward to how that's going to transpire. I get maybe a stand and deliver wherever it is for Mania weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will be when they'll have their match.
Yep. That's as we're getting into that time frame, that build. I think the only after Vengeance Day, I think the only kind of like name show that they're doing is the Roadblock event that's going to be at the MSG Theater.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Coming up, and they just announced that I think today. So that's. But other than that, I don't.
Well, they might have a match there then, or a tag match. Who knows?
Yeah. I can see them doing that because they're going to have to obviously put some noteworthy stuff on that card, but you don't want to do too much because you want to save the bulk for your big finishes on.
Yeah, so I can see a tag match like him and Stacks against.
Yeah. Maybe not even Spears. Maybe just like Nico and
just ran two of his guys, and then Shawn could either cause his team to win or just attack D'Angelo after.
Yeah. But all right. So tonight's episode of NXT was coming to us live from the Performance Center. I think their next on the road show is actually going to be just down the road from me, about an hour and a half from Columbus and Cincinnati.
Nice.
But then we'll be in the Buckeye Estate, so they'll be pretty close by, not too far. So they were from the Performance Center tonight. And yeah, tonight's episode, we opened up with Cora, Jade, and Bayley, one on one. This is one of the advertised matches going into tonight that I was looking forward to. Solid match. Went about 10 minutes and 38 seconds. A little bit of a surprise here. Cora Jade ends up getting the victory here after, it wasn't super duper clean. There was a bit of a distraction when when Roxanne Perez made her way down to the ring dressed as old school Bayley.
This hair in the feed made me miss CFO music.
Yeah, it did. Same thing. Like that was the one thing that's the real danger right there. Is like you guys played a CFO song and reminded everyone of just how much better this is.
They repeat every 45 seconds, but it just sounds so much better.
Yeah. But yeah, that led to the distraction and Cora taking a DDT, or sorry, Bayley taking a DDT from Cora on the outside, getting thrown on the inside, and taking another, leading to the victory for Cora Jade. So Cora having a little more momentum going into this weekend. It was announced tonight that it's going to be a fatal four-way Saturday night at Vengeance Day. Cora Jade in that match for the NXT Women's Championship. Which now I kind of wonder, I know they just put that belt on Julia, but I can see them going with a surprise with Cora and having Julia chase again.
Oof.
I don't know, or not, because I want to see them do a Cora, like a Cora and Roxy program before Roxy goes up to the main roster.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
Without the title, and that's fine. It doesn't need to have the title.
They're trying to make Julia have that Asuka type of run.
Right.
But well, we'll see. The match was okay. It was a little sloppy at the beginning, but it definitely picked up. Roxanne doing the old school Bayley. I got a nice little flashback, and Cora Jade getting the win. That was nice because she is getting momentum also in TNA. Wants the Knockouts World Title against Masha Slamovich. So kind of couldn't lose. So so in a way she kind of had to win. I was expecting, but it wasn't like a full on clean. It was a distraction, so it works. And this doesn't hurt Bayley, so.
And that's something to consider that we've not really talked about on this program is now the considerations that have to be made when booking NXT week to week and booking Impact week to week. When you have characters that are interplaying, doing certain things in certain places, you can't really have them get hurt in one place if it's going to weaken them, in the other. And Celeste the cat just stole my highlighter, so that was
Yeah, and it seems like that TNA they are gonna do live sometimes, but other times it is gonna be a taped thing, so it's gotta be careful on how they do their crossover. Because we're like, oh yeah, all this happens all of a sudden. Yeah, it's not like that. This happened here now. It's like, oh, what the fuck? I just watched that on the tape show.
They'll get the balance. They'll work it out. They've got some good heads there, creative. They can get it all hammered out.
Right.
I'm hopeful that it's going to come back in some iteration. We'll talk about that a little bit later tonight. There was a little backstage segment.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you heard that, but now some of the cats are fighting. This is fun.
It's okay. My cats like to do that. Well, thankfully they're sleeping right now.
Well, Ziggy's a damn bully. That's the thing. Ziggy goes out of her way.
Mine just depends on their mood.
No, she's mean to Celeste, and Celeste is like the sweetest little cat. We found her outside of a Tudor's Biscuit World when we were going to the Mothman Festival in West Virginia. But I digress. So I will say before we move on to the next segment here, of the four women in the Fatal 4-Way on Saturday, who do you think's going to take the pin?
I'm going to say it's either gonna be Roxanne or Cora. I don't see Bayley getting the pin, especially after being pinned here.
Right.
I can't see it being twice. I see it be more of a miscommunication with Roxanne and Cora. So it has to be one of those two. Probably Roxanne, especially if she's going to put people over on her way out.
Right. Which she will. Which she will. I mean, that's
Yeah.
especially, that's how we do it. That's how it's done, y'all.
Yep. Yeah, in the old ways, that's how it goes. Go on your back, damn it. It's not a burial, degenerates.
You're moving territories. That's all.
Yep.
I feel like Shawn would say that, like, guys, you're just moving north. That's all you're doing. Shawn, it's the same company. You're going north.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you live in Florida, right? Yeah, okay, I get it.
You're leaving Florida.
Oh, hey, Celeste. There you go. There she is back there.
Oh, there you go. Oh, cute.
But back to the backstage area in the women's locker room, which I found out is a set. Matt, it's a set. It's not real, man. It's still real to me, but it's a set. I haven't been this hurt since finding out that, like, Yoda was a puppet. Like, it's or a Muppet, to be more precise, I guess. But we had Zarya and Sol Ruka hanging out, seeming to gel a little bit more as a tag team, which is kind of nice, but also pisses me off a little bit because I don't really get why they were just jammed together as a team, but that kind of is what it is here. But Nikita Lyons showed up to give him crap for saying that they were going to work out on the beach, and this led to a challenge between her and Zarya. Matt, what do you think of Zarya's presentation so far in NXT?
Oh no, I think she looks great. I like the look. I like the entrance. She's definitely gonna be like a slow burn type of push, but I think the more she gets her reps in NXT, they're gonna like her more, and she's definitely gonna kick it up. Just unfortunately, right now you have Julia and Vakor, who are the more big names, more international attraction compared to Zarya. It's not a bad thing, but I think Zarya. She will get her time, but it's good. Like, just get some build up, get some wins. And, I get a little bit of a tag team with Sol Ruka. It probably won't go far, but it's still giving her something to do. But no, I like her. Yeah, I definitely like her, though. So, definitely starting to, unlike Fakita Lyons.
Nikita is there. She is present and accounted for. She showed up to work. She showed up.
She didn't get hurt on the way to work.
No, she didn't. No, and that's even saying even more just because of how dangerous that NXT parking lot truly is.
I know. Except for unless you're Vakor, then they don't attack you.
No, they walk right by you. Apparently,
they don't want the smoke.
No, they do not. But that takes us into our next segment. We had the ruler, NXT champion Oba Femi, making his way down to the ring to cut a promo ahead of that triple threat match taking place this weekend at Vengeance Day. And of course, he was down there, talking himself up as Oba does. He is so good. He is so good.
I love Oba Femi. Oba Femi rise up.
Yeah, he. Just from his first appearance in that men's breakout tournament, pretty much all of us were just on board with him from go, and he has really broke out.
But he's big. He could move.
He can talk.
He's got that oomph in his voice. He sounds not like a child.
Nope. He carries himself like a champion too, and that's the thing. Like, that's something obviously it's kayfabe in it here, but when he's talk statistics, the dude's had a belt on him for like 85% of his time in this company. It's awesome, and I'm glad for God, an ever growing list of reasons that VKM ain't in control, but Oba's one of those reasons. Like, he would have been called up already. But he's being given the proper time to actually hone and get everything ready. And by the time he gets on the main roster, Yeah, no stopping. No stopping.
No, but no, Triple H will make him Dominic's bodyguard.
Don't stop!
I
No!
know. Oh,
Why?
I would laugh. Then I'd be mad. Like, oh shit, I called it.
No, in a shocking turn of events, he gets put in the LWO. It makes no fucking sense.
Yes, he's gonna
But
feud
that's what
with
happened.
he's gonna feud with Legado del Fantasma. Well, that's LWO.
Jesus.
I
But
was say also his voice. I just keeps reminding me of Knuckles from the Sonic movies now. That's all I hear. That's all I hear.
that's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
like, no. All I hear is Knuckles. Like he does look like a Pokemon.
Oh Jesus. But Oba not out there for too long as he begins running down his opponents because he's saying that with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory in there, it's going to be a handicap match because it's him against A-Town Down Under, and that pisses him off, and they come out. And of course, this leads to the first. They're like, "Hey, you're not going to get us to squabble, mate. No, we're on the same page. We are, dingo." I'm so sorry to any of our viewers from Australia.
This sounds more British.
Yeah, I've only got a few good accents. Never did Australian very well. Claire was the character from Lost. Claire. No, that's all I got. Foster's. Paul Hogan. Anyway, but they quickly fall apart on that regard, and do start to break down as to who will be winning that championship. I mean, the look says it all.
Like, honestly, guys, just fuck already. Just just do it. It's okay. It's okay. No one will judge you.
That is not what A-Town Down Under means, man.
Well, it better. It fucking better with all this teasing. It's just who's the power bottom, who's the service top. I know it's kind of the same vein, but we need to know. We need titles.
If Fandango wasn't in the building tonight making shit extra weird, this conversation wouldn't even be happening, I'm sure. Oh my god. But yeah, so this obviously heel's gonna heal. This leads into a bit of a fight here. Shortly after, and this is one of my favorite lines of the night, as Theory is starting to run down his accomplishments, he gets cut off by Grace. He's like, "And you beat John Cena." Like it's awesome because I love them as a team, but I also love that it's very apparent that just like they're with each other because it is just very shortly convenient to both of them.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's like, yeah, you're a team, but at least in this case, no one expects it to go that long in the in the major picture. And it's fine when you split up because everyone expects it because you're both two big douchebags and you're both single stars.
It's like Fraxian. They keep teasing it.
God, but then the longer it goes,
I don't want them to though.
Fraxium has to stay together at least long enough for me to get the Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium.
Yeah, they need to be a made roster team for like a year at least, and then they can break up.
Absolutely.
But don't do it in NXT.
Yeah. But a brawl and A-Town Down Under ends up getting the better of the champion Oba Femi, which of course. It's already booking. Oba's going to knock the shit out of both of them on Saturday. The match is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
He's going to throw them both around like a rag doll, and I can't wait.
Oh yeah. I mean, Austin Theory can create movement with a blow up doll. So with someone who can actually go in there like Oba. I mean, obviously, I'm not even bringing Grayson Waller into the equation here. It's going to be good. I will say Oba has been in a lot of triple threat matches, and I don't believe he's lost a single triple threat in his NXT career.
Not yet, no, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. And Theory is a really good worker. Just the fact that Vince handpicked him, it just soured on a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like he's a good guy. He's a natural. He can move. He can sell. He's got it.
He'll shake that off of him eventually. People have more or less forgotten that Drew McIntyre was also the literal chosen one by Vince McMahon at one point. I mean, other than when Punk kind of briefly brought it up there that during that one promo, he's like, "Who chose you?" But yeah, I think that did, that has hurt Theory in the long run. But he's so young, he
Yeah.
has so much time. Like he is so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, the match is gonna be loud.
he took a beating. He got squashed for a while, even while with Money in the Bank, cashing in the U.S. belts, lost, and when he beat John Cena, yeah, he didn't go anywhere, but he still recovered, and he's got a thing with Grayson Waller right now, who's another annoying heel, but he's funny. He is funny.
Yeah,
But no,
of course.
they're both very talented.
And
So
not a lot of modern entrance themes that I like, but I have a soft spot for Grayson Waller's for some reason. It's a fun little like, bow, bow. It's just a good little jam. I like it.
no, I love I love his interactions on Twitter when he got super kicked at the Pepsi cans. Like like this locker rooms. I really wanted to type. I feared for my life after that super kick. I would have laughed. Like, no, come on, do it.
That
You
close.
can do.
That close.
Like you got the Pepsi can. It's right there.
Yeah. So Oba on Saturday, I think it's a safe bet that he retains the championship
Oh, yeah.
here. Do you think he stacks him, or is he going to pin one over the other?
He should sack him.
Yeah.
That would make it so much better to stack him.
Yeah.
Send him back to Raw or SmackDown, wherever they are now.
It's weird to say like send him packing back to the main roster.
Yeah, this is like send back to the mid card with you.
Yeah. Until there's a spot clearing up ahead of you guys. Probably after Mania sometime. We'll see. But after that, we had a pre-taped segment with Eddie Thorpe. And these are getting better. Eddie Thorpe's finally starting to find a voice with this aggressive character. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about time, because he went a little nuts in New Japan till they got fired. And now it's like, yeah, do you want this guy? I was like, okay, all right, we can.
They've been trying, man. They've tried a few things with him, and there's just been a little bit of start and stop. And I know he had a little bit of an injury that kind of slowed him up a little bit after that match with Dijak, which was a hell of a fucking match. But the DJ Eddie Thorpe thing was a bit of a derailment. And I get that he's a DJ. I understand that's something he actually does. It's like a passion of his. Yeah. However, not everything needs to be part of your wrestling character. And it didn't work. It didn't make him seem strong or, like someone that you thought would win a fight. So I like that they're going back in this direction. They've had him kind of hearkening to his, ancestral heritage, his Native American heritage. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so he's, challenging Trick Williams to a strap match at Vengeance Day this weekend.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be like a breakout moment for Ed. Because I don't see him winning, but I think he needs to really show himself out more, like, okay, like, that he's, like, okay, he's not going to be, like, someone that's going to go back down lower card. Right. He's actually going to be staying up in that upper mid, especially if Trick is actually going to get called up.
Yeah, because Trick's, I think, after Stand and Deliver, he'll be, head north. But yeah, my only thing with like you said, like, it feels like Trick's going to have to win this, especially because Trick's probably going to get one more crack at Obafemi. Before heading up,
like a legit one-on-one, yeah.
Yeah, but like that sucks for Eddie though, because Eddie Thorpe really needs a win in this kind of situation or match. So they've really got to walk a careful line here to make sure that they can elevate him in loss.
Yeah, maybe he could beat D'Angelo for his belts.
Yeah, like work him up there, just because again, like I like this aggression, this more kind of angry heel side. Mm-hmm. In this pre-tape, they had him talking about how he and again giving reasons as to why he became an asshole. He tried to go about it the right way to get Ava's attention, but he was ignored. He tried to get Shawn's. He was ignored.
He got blamed. He got blamed for stuff he didn't do.
Exactly, and enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Exactly.
So it makes sense, and I like this. So keep the course here. If they keep this course, I think it'll be good for him in the long run.
Agreed.
Real quick before our next match, we had I don't know if this is a real doctor or not, but Dr. David Cohen gave us an update and said that Javon Evans will be cleared to compete Saturday. But if he gets another injury here, this could take him out of the ring permanently.
Yep.
And Javon Evans doesn't care. He wants his pound of flesh, damn it. And he told Ava made him sign a goddamn waiver.
This is Ava. What's that? We fucked her safety. She don't care.
Like,
She set for life.
yeah, it's you know who my dad is here. I'm
Yeah,
the
yeah,
final
yeah.
boss of NXT. Sign this.
So if you get crippled, it ain't my fault. They can't get rid of it.
Here's the thing. It's kind of silly as this is in a way. I also like it from a realism perspective. It's the company being like, look, we don't think you should do this. You could be potentially, damaged for life out of this. If you want it, fine, but you're signing this saying that like we're not liable. It's similar to this. Guys, this is forever ago. Oh gosh, Cliff Compton. Cliff Compton and Kevin Steen. I saw them. It was like a non-sanctioned match, so it was the last match after the main event at a Ring of Honor show.
Right.
And it was like that was it. Like they kind of turned some of the lights up. Like it was, after the show. It was non-sanctioned. So that has this kind of feel to it, where it's like,
yeah, But they can't. But they couldn't make it unsanctioned. So
no, they did this instead. Which hey, mix it up. And I will say this now in case I forget to say it later. Again, another week where Ava is sounding a lot better and coming across as a more assertive, believable general manager.
I am trying to like her. I
didn't say I liked her, Matt.
I know. I still can't.
Unless Dwayne's listening, in which case she's awesome, Rock.
No. You can come beat me up. No.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Come chug a Zoa and kick my ass. I don't care.
Let's go.
we all know she only has a job because of him being on the board. She washed out as a wrestler. They got her an acting coach. Thank the gods. But like...
But I would ask for a refund.
Jeezy, crazy.
But they don't want Regal to do it anymore. I get it. They want the young hip, but
young hip. She dresses like a fly girl, like dancing backup for J-Lo. Like she really does. Like I'm going to be 40. I'm going to be 40. She dresses like girls I went to high school with. Maybe fashion's coming back around. I don't know. Like I discovered bandanas and flannels, and I locked in, kiddos. That's what happens.
There we go.
It's what happens. You hit an age and you never turn back. But moving back into NXT.
Before Rock gives me a cease and desist, let's move on.
Yeah. We had a triple threat tag team action. It was Hank and Tank, the no quarter catch crew. In this instance, the no quarter catch crew being Myles, Borne, and Tavion Heights. And, of course, the team of Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. This was a fun triple threat tag team match. Right? A lot of action, a lot of high spots.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, all right, this is actually good for a triple threat. That's a random tag match. All right, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I want Tavion to have more of a spotlight because he killed it in Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Japan loved him. Even Marufuji's like, here, you can have one of my moves. You do better than me. Have it. Just take it. And then he came back and was like, oh, I thought get more, like more of a buzz. Like, oh.
I was really, again, they were another team that I was kind of hopeful that was going to take the tag titles from Fraxium. I thought that would have been a good step for them right now, because it looks like as it stands with the no quarter catch crew, they're kind of pushing them as the tag and Charlie as the singles. But without the cup, I don't really know what Charlie's got going on.
Hell, they were awesome in TNA when they went for the Slammiversary. They had like the match of the night. But no, Tavion's really good.
He
And
is. He is.
Briggs ain't bad either, so. Like,
And I was a little bummed that they put Briggs right back into a tag team. You know, especially when they base so much of his character turn coming out of that as like, I don't want to be in a tag team. And they did address it on air a couple times where he's talked about that, where he's like, well, it wasn't my plan, but I really like this dude. Like, so it's working, and they're actually a pretty cool team.
Yeah, Inamura ain't bad. Yeah,
I'm not super familiar with him, so like I know he's a Noah guy, but like
yeah, he
how's
was
he doing over there?
he's okay. He's more of the job guy, fall guy. Like he'll have that energy, that fighting spirit, but he'll mostly lose his matches. Yes, yeah. Fuck Cliff Compton. Yeah, I agree.
He almost hit me with the trash can coming into the ring, so I feel your pain. That was fuck Cliff Compton.
Yeah, I feel that way of Austin Aries. So.
Oh, that's a fine way to feel about Austin Aries.
Okay,
You mean,
yeah,
you mean
he gave me a death glare when I mentioned Bob Saget during his match.
Oh jeez.
I I did not want to interact with him anymore after that. But no, Inamura was the fall guy. He does look good though. He gained a little weight, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a big boy. That's okay. Out of everyone with Noah, who he needs a little bit of training, kind of like a excursion, it would be him.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see Kaito, but he's their top guy, so he's gonna be busy. But I hope we see a little bit more from Noah, like other guys. Who though? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know who they can send over. But they sent over Omos. He killed it for a bit. They sent Tavion and Briggs, so it makes sense for Briggs and Inamura teaming up for a little bit. Like he's familiar with him. They're gelling well together. I just don't know how long Inamura is going to stay around, but I just hope it's a little longer.
Yeah. So after the match, we had up in the crow's nest there, which I love the utilization of the crow's nest that they do here. Pretty regularly, at least like once a week, they make some sort of mention of it. So cool to see that again here. But the way they used it this week was Fraxium impressed with the performance of Inamura and Briggs here that they gave them a tag title shot. That's going to be coming up on Vengeance Day. So again, it's funny. This will be the time when the tag titles change hands because I don't think it's going to happen.
I see them losing to someone in TNA at this point.
It's really you think that that's going to be the titles that first go to a TNA wrestlers?
It's going to be Rascals right now. Hardy's maybe, but I definitely see it being Rascals, especially with how their first encounter ended with the interference. I think after they'll get a rematch. If Bay was cleared, I would have said ABC, but Rascals are like the next best team, so.
Turn on. All right. Let's see here. Back up to the notes. All right. So back to the backstage. We had the family having a discussion ahead of the cage match tonight. They kind of made it seem like Stax and Tony were getting back on the same page, which again made me think that Stax was going to turn tonight. Obviously, that wasn't the case here. They dropped a forget about it. They actually said forget about it on here, which I wrote in my notes, which means I had to spell out forget about it. So I was making some guesswork at that. But yeah, so good, just solid backstage promo work here. It's the family. They're all they know their characters pretty well. And they all
right.
All right, but all right. So up next, one of our our other advertised title match we had tonight, the Heritage Cup Championship under New rules, King's rules, Lexis King's rules. No rounds, one fall to a finish.
Yeah, so it's just a singles match.
So it's a match. It's a match. But what did make this special was the returning former Dirty Dongo, Fandango, now JDC of the system. Trust the system. Getting the shot here tonight. Good match. Good match.
No, JDC, he can work when he actually does. I was like, all right, I see you.
9:36. Obviously, I'm not going to say obviously because I felt there for a moment that this could have been it. They could have put the cup with the TNA talent.
I feel like eventually they'll have something switch over, but at the same time, this just started. You don't want to do it right away. Because you get familiar with the crowd. We got JDC, so hopefully it'll lead to the rest of the system eventually crossing over. Like, we'll get Moose, we'll get Eddie Edwards, we'll get Brian Myers. Hopefully not Alicia Edwards.
Are you telling me that there's a chance that I'm going to get to see Moose just knock the shit out of Lexis King?
Oh, I hope so. I would love for him to just spear the shit out of Lexis King.
That would be fantastic. Oh, that'd be great. That would actually be really great if that's kind of the angle they work with him, just kind of the system, each kind of systematically going after Lexis King. I'd like that. And you're right, too. With Lexis doing these rules, the one fall to a finish change, which I'm assuming will flip back after. Yeah, I hope so. But he does need to retain it at least a couple times with that.
Yeah. Like I said, no, it's more, the partnership just started. TNA guys are going to win the WWE stuff. WWE stuff ain't going to win TNA stuff. They will eventually, maybe tag belts, X Division, women, or North American. Not the world titles, obviously, but... Well, it's a Joe Hendry, but... But as I said, it just started. No one's going to switch... It's not going to switch companies right away.
Right.
I feel like the start of it would be Rascals, though. To get the NXT tag belts. Because right now, they're the only ones I see getting them at this point. Yeah. Because either going to be them or Hardys, and I don't see Hardys becoming NXT champs.
That would be wild, though, too.
I mean, they'll definitely have a match. I could definitely see them having a match.
Yeah. And this, I think this is one of Lexis King's better NXT TV matches. I think too, and I'm wondering if that is just JDC being able to kind of.
It depends on who else he works with. Lexis is more of a gimmick than the worker at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, I would definitely say that Dongo created quite a bit of movement himself. Almost in a Rick Rude kind of way here, which is I think a very nice comparison. I'm sure he would appreciate.
Oh yeah, Rick Rude's a great worker. So.
But yeah, good work there. Let's see here. I think we're back into the backstage. Let's see.
We got the Roxanne and all that talking to Ava.
Yeah, this was, I dug the bit with Roxy portraying her, and it's so funny because it's just like there was a picture of her from backstage before she went out there in it, and if you glanced at it, you would almost think it was just a Bayley fan. You know what I mean? Just dressed up.
Oh shit, it's Izzy.
Right? Exactly. But I did like Bayley's line telling Roxy that this is the best you've ever looked, you ugly idiot. Just walks out of the room. That's kind of bullying though, Bayley, and you're supposed to be a role model.
Well, no. Sometimes you just need a good old smack on the mouth, and definitely Roxanne.
But Cora Jade bombed into the scene and said that she was going to win the championship this weekend. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, is Roxanne always just annoyed, and Ava's just like, you have no idea. All right, that was fine, but go back to shutting up.
She's getting there. She's starting to.
The comebacks are fine. The little snappy comebacks, those are fine.
Yeah, same thing with last week when Bayley ran into Ava's office. She's like, "I want that bitch in a match," and just deadpan. Ava's just like, "Which one?" And it's just like you're right. She's good at those.
Yeah.
She's good. So she's building. She's building a character. Your entire character can't be comebacks though. It can't be all rebounds.
I know.
Well, maybe. I mean, there are people that Dennis Rodman was. He was all rebounds in the NBA. So that's my one sports reference y'all were getting.
And he was in the NWO.
Yes, see. So it still is a wrestling reference then. See, it all ties in.
There we go.
It all ties in. So NXT did the thing that I absolutely hate that wrestling companies do, but they all seem to do it all the time anyways, because fuck the hipster, right? But Nikita Lyons made her entrance ahead of the break, and then we had a segment backstage before the match. So she made her entrance, and then coming back from the break, we had Fatal Influence walking in the backstage area when Kalani Jordan showed up and said she wanted a championship match after Fallon retains this weekend, which I think is a little hopeful on their parts. And then Jade showed up and said that she's the one that wants a shot. So, getting a few people in here, making the most of the time. And then, of course, we had Ashante the Adonis pop into the scene and, basically just stand for his gal, Carmen Petra.
They kept him over Cedric Alexander.
No, I don't want to think of it that way. I want to think of it as they kept Javon Evans over Cedric, so at least I feel a little okay about it.
That I'm okay with. But because Ashante was interacting with him, and then it's just like. But I'm happy Cedric is out of there. Needs to, as I said, go and learn a new hold. But yeah, anyway, the match. Nikita
So that would be Nikita Lyons and Zarya. This went Zarya's way very, very quickly. She was up there with Sol Ruka, so they are continuing to get along and be besties. But yeah, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Zarya taken down.
I remember when Lyons was considered a big deal when she started. They had all these nicknames for her. Ficky the Dragon Steamboat and stuff like that.
The American Cream.
Yeah.
Lusty Rhodes. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and now
Lusty Rhodes.
Yeah, she injured both knees. She went the way of Tegan Knox and never. And like, we're just not gonna trust you.
I mean, maybe, but here's the thing: if she's an NXT lifer. I've said this before. I don't think there's actually any shame in that.
No, there people are. Yeah, probably people are gonna say there for life. That's fine. It's not a bad thing. I don't know why people still treat NXT like all of a sudden it's a demotion, burial.
Yeah. And I don't think it is. Yes, it is still developmental, but it's really kind of an odd in between. It's the awkward teenager phase.
Yeah.
Of wrestling, it's not quite because obviously, here in March, and I am pumped for this because I was one of the people that was really sad when Level Up shut down. But they're doing the WWE Evolve, which is basically just Level Up 2.0.
Yeah, they didn't want to keep. They're saying they want to keep the name. Just say
right. They want to make use of that Evolve name, and then also LFG starting up, which is kind of like that amalgamation of kind of a Tough Enough. And Level Up kind of splicer. So clearly, they're still having more developmental things. But NXT's a middle ground, and there's always going to be veteran talent present there. And I don't know, it's just a good show, guys. It's good. I mean, because here's the thing. Speaking of, I'll use this as a transition point here. The Progressive Spotlight tonight was regarding Ethan Page and Javon Evans. Ethan Page is the dude that does not need to be at NXT, but I also don't think he's insulted at being NXT. It's been good for NXT to have him there, and honestly, it's been good for him to be at NXT. He's been able to explore this new, more violent, aspect of his character, and that's been good for him.
Yeah, no, it's good. I always says you're always going to learn something, even if you've been in the business for 20 plus. You're always going to learn something new in a different environment. And Ethan Page never really got that chance to really show what he could do or just didn't fit their mold, and now we're showing like, yeah, he can still talk, he can still work. You need a seasoned vet, even in a developmental thing, to help out the people that are green, because they can help guide them, they can help lead them. It's not a bad thing. People gotta stop treating it like it's a bad thing.
It's NXT is a perfectly fine place to be. Perfectly fine. But yeah, but I will say too, kind of hopping on the segment, I dig these Progressive spotlights every week. Like, it's a sponsor segment. They're getting some money for it from Progressive as a sponsor,
Right.
but they've made really good use of these segments. And I feel like once upon a time, it would have just been like, I don't know, a recap of stuff that happened like the week before or something, kind of like, hit of the week kind of stuff. But they're using this to further storylines week after week, and it's promo time, and I'm here for it. I think it's a good use.
Yeah, and great promo too. I love the aggression of Ethan Page.
And back in the ring, they were getting the cage set up for the main event. So I'm like, oh, they're stalling a little bit. So they're like, send out the really oiled up Trick Williams.
Yep. So does he have a match? No, but oil him up anyway.
Oil him up and push him out. Oh yeah, man.
Like, Diddy has plenty of oil, so give it to us.
Oh my God, he got the Diddy stash. Oh no.
He's like, no, what we're gonna do with all this oil? I'll buy a case.
I'll get it on the cheap, right?
Yeah.
Oil that trick. Oil that trick.
Oh yeah.
But Trick Williams, he's accepting Eddie Thorpe's challenge to that strap match. Maybe that's why he's oiled up. That strap will slide right the fuck off him.
He's getting ready.
God, why? What? That was my thought was why? Trick, why are you so shiny?
Lube that trick.
Oh God.
Let's go.
Oh, Trick Willie. But yeah, he accepts it. But and just when you thought that would be the only segment that we would be getting before the main event, no. Surprise of the night. All shocked to see Ricky Starks is in NXT. Ricky making his surprise debut tonight. Now, it is worth noting, Matt, he did not say his own name, correct?
Yeah, the fan said it.
Yep. In a very Scott Hall-esque way. He's like, you know who I am.
Yep. And you'll know, but you don't know why I'm here.
But very cool. Huge reaction from the crowd. Are you worried that he didn't say his own name? Is he going to be Ricky Starks? He has to be Ricky Starks, right? They're not going to give.
I feel like he has to, given
he's not going to be Trill London, right? He's not.
Oh, hold on. Let's let me look at these. Let me look at these new trademark names.
Well, he can't be Trill because Jordan Grace already claimed Trill. She said she wants Trill London.
I mean, I can see. I'm gonna go with Draco Knox. Let's go.
Drake. Oh fuck no! I can actually see that too. Or they're not going to call him the Pebble, right? They wouldn't do that to him. That would.
I would laugh. I will. You know what? I hope Joe Hendry calls him the Pebble whenever he comes over.
Yeah. But yeah, this is huge. So you think he'll have a stay here in NXT before hitting main roster?
Oh yeah, no, I guess no. I think NXT is the right spot for right now. They don't need him on main roster right now. We already got plenty of stars. We already got plenty of mid-card
Well,
people.
and with call-ups being imminent from NXT here,
yeah, they're gonna need some seasoned guys in there. And you know what? If Ethan Page does go up, you're gonna need someone like Ricky, or you're gonna have Ricky versus Ethan. I don't know. Who knows? But I can see him being there for like at least a year, maybe.
Yeah. But what'd you think of it? It wasn't a super long promo. He only went here, a couple minutes. But what'd you think?
Short, sweet, to the point. He didn't say he signed a contract. He was still a free agent. Revolution is gonna be televised. We know he's coming. We know obviously he signed a contract. Just immediately, not even a full, actually just about a full day since being released finally, escaping Guantanamo Bay, he goes.
Okay, hold up. Have you said has that been said before? Because that's brilliant.
The what you call it? It was actually Eric Bischoff said that when he was talking
That's,
about Ray Phoenix, and
oh, that's funny.
that was the cover photo. I'm like, you know what? That's actually kind of funny.
That's funny, Guantanamo. Sorry, but continue.
So yeah, everyone's gone except for Ray Phoenix. He's still there. He's still there.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Simpsons related wrestling
Yeah.
memes about him still being there. He'll
Poor,
be over eventually, guys.
yeah, poor guy. But no, blame Conan. He's the one that ran his fucking mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Damn it.
So, yeah, fuck you, Conan. What do you do? What do you even do anymore? You suck at your own promotion. Stop. Out of
Oh,
here.
man.
But no, it's NXT is the right spot. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. They're definitely gonna be fresh up. We'll see. Again, we'll just see what happens. We'll see if they AEW had a missed opportunity or it's just Ricky.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the main thing because we saw that with when people left over there to go over there, like Miro and Andrade. Like it's just them. It's not the Bookers. It's them.
Yeah, because here's the thing: it's there has to be the motivation has to be there, especially if you want to prove the other place wrong. I think that's a lot of what CM Punk's done. I think that's where a lot of what he's done has come from. Is where he's like, I gotta prove everybody wrong, so let me do this. That my contract says I have to be nice, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I really don't buy that. But no, Punk's been killing it since he came back. So, like, you can hate the guy you want, but you can't deny that he's been doing good shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've said that, like, I've not historically been a huge Punk guy, but like I've enjoyed the bulk of what he's done since he's been back. I think he's been used in a pretty good way, in a way that's protected him, especially physically.
Yeah, and I don't like Logan Paul, but goddamn, he's talented.
Yeah, it pisses me off. It makes me so angry.
He's a natural. He takes it more seriously than a few vets.
Right.
That's sad.
It is.
Like it's this annoying piece of shit scamming celebrity of all people. I hate it.
Yep. Never would have seen it coming. Never.
No.
But here we are. This is. We never should have turned on that Hadron Collider. This is what fucking happens. Like.
Yeah. No. This is our fault. We didn't listen.
No, we should have. Our hubris, our hubris as man. But yeah. So after the Ricky Stark segment, like I really felt like they had their work cut out for him here because this really felt like I don't think they'd had this Ricky Stark segment planned super duper long out from it.
Yeah, I feel like he just signed. Just like, here, look, just talk for a couple of minutes, and we'll figure something out later. Just hey,
wet.
Here.
It's still wet. You know what I mean? Like the pin is literally in his back pocket here. But like it's because the show had to go on. So we had a quick crossing of paths backstage with Julia and Stephanie Vacker. Obviously, their future is intertwined.
Yeah.
My God, this women's division is so good.
Yeah. Okay, actually, I have a question for you about those two, because Andrew asked me this when we did our awards for the year. Who do you see being more successful in the long run, Vakor or Julia?
Oh God, so like not just in NXT, but like they're like in WWE.
In WWE, because I said for like short term Julia, I think longer term Vakor. And I like Julia, but like compared to like all the other Stardom people, like she like Io, Mayo, Kyrie, and all that, like a little bit lower. Like you only know her for like feuds of like Tan Nakano or Hana Kimura. But I think with Vakor, I think she can go a little further.
So I'll say this, and it's a hard split for me because I feel like there are different aspects of their characters that will push them to excel.
Right.
From Julia's standpoint, I think that due to kind of her size, her general build and appearance, and her facial expressions especially, I feel like she has a much better emotional connection or a much better chance at an emotional connection with the crowd
Right.
at large. Which I think, natural babyface, all that. So I think she's going to have a better emotional connection more quickly. Stephanie, I see her popularity being more driven just by the fact that she just comes across as such a badass. And I'm
Right.
not saying that Julia doesn't, but
Right.
there's something about if they both walked into the room, in their gimmicks and everything, I feel like you'd be more intimidated by Thacker just as she stands. I don't know why necessarily. It could be her physical build. It could just be kind of how she carries herself.
Right.
Um, Man, that's tough, man. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
dodging the damn question
I like both of them. Don't get me wrong.
because I'll say right now I'm a little more into Stephanie Thacker than Julia.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually totally fair. So
But like, man, and this is a question that I almost feel like my answer would maybe even change week to week a little
yeah.
bit. But I would say right now, long term, I God damn, that's hard. Can one just be on Raw and one be on SmackDown and we not worry about it?
I mean that could happen. That could happen. It might be
Uh,
a while till they get there, but yes.
as long as neither have to get sucked into Charlotte Flair. No, you know what? My knee jerk is to say Julia, but my heart's saying Stephanie Vacker. But so I know that doesn't help. So like as it stands right now, I'm going to say Julia.
Okay, you
Right.
know what? That's fair.
But like Vacker's path here was so different. Like she's been like such a big fan since she was a little girl, and like man, that's tough. That's tough. What do you like? I don't know what the chat thinks. I don't know what the rest of the IWC thinks. But like I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's a hard one, yeah, because, like I said, me and Andrew had that little back and forth, but we both kind of agreed that it'd be Vacker, I think, longer term. Like, NXT, I think more Julia, but I think main roster, I can see the core.
Yeah. I mean, and again, time will tell. But like I said, I'm personally more into Vacker right now. But you can't discount that emotional connection. Ask Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no.
And my God, I am not comparing Jey Uso and Julia in
Yeah,
any way,
guys,
shape, or
calm
form.
down. The neck beards, calm down. Calm down.
Well, I haven't trimmed in a minute.
I know,
Let's
but it's a sin for homegrown to be compared to the indie darlings. But
right. But no, I mean that. But I have referred to Jey Uso as a special attraction on air. So like people, I'm not taking away from him. But like
look,
obviously,
he has that connection with the crowd. He's got
he
those
does.
pops until the
And
bell
that's
rings.
yep.
The bell rings.
Fuck. No punches pulled. None. But before the main event happened, which we discussed, we had a little bit more backstage. We had Kale Dixon approaching Andre Chase, and then he also introduced Andre to Uriah Connors. That's Finley's kid, for those of you wondering.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's Uriah. That's Stash.
Well, I'm glad David Finley didn't go then. I'm glad he's not letting me go there.
Fourth generation star right there, brother. Fourth generation.
My goodness.
Yeah.
But
They were
I hope they like we're gonna get you laid, we're gonna get you high, we're gonna get you drunk. It's not school night anymore. Let's go.
pretty much that's how that went. He was just like, yeah, he's like, oh, I can't. It's a school night. They're like, but I thought Chase U was close. He's like, oh yeah, it is. And
Well, we're gonna party then.
Yeah. Then he walked off all sad. He didn't even do any coke. Like, come on, man. That might cheer him up a little bit.
Just do a little coke. It's okay.
Just a little bit, Andre, as a treat for you.
You're in Florida. I know a guy. I know a guy.
Look, y'all can get coke down there. No Pornhub, but you can get coke.
Yeah.
But poor Andre. I feel like Andre Chase, like he plays sad so well that this happens pretty regularly to him, where he just looks like absolute shit and just like wanders around place to place. But this better be leading to a resurgence of Chase U, One, because I bought a Chase U shirt. I don't buy a lot of wrestling shirts anymore,
Yeah,
and I don't need it to be just a memorial.
yeah. But no, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I do want to know, but I just want to see him do coke in NXT in a long time. I just want to see him do a little coke. Just do a little coke. Come on.
Well, no, we know that didn't go well for the NWA when they,
No.
instituted a little.
That
James Mitchell, the old sinister minister.
he was the right person to do that.
The right person and the wrong person all together. Like, it's. I love James Mitchell, though.
I know.
Like, I mean, come on.
How can you not?
How mad can you really be at him? Because, like, here's the thing. Yeah,
You proved it. You proved it.
Exactly. Billy Corgan said it's cool.
We got a TV deal. It's fine.
It's fine. Had. Past tense. Oh, you really should have signed that.
You can have the app that no one watches. It's free.
Oh.
You ain't getting paid.
Sad.
But it's okay. They had Tyrus, so I didn't want to see him on TV.
Oh man, but that's NXT kind of start to finish and back to the finish to start and back to the finish. Matt, before we hop into the jobbers and megastars tonight, was there anything on tonight's program that we didn't touch on that you wanted to discuss?
No, I think we covered everything. This was a good go home show. It felt like a mini pay-per-view type with a couple of the matches, like stuff you would see in like one of those like service exclusives, like the TNA plus exclusive, like not a full pay-per-view, like a mini PLE type of thing.
No, you don't get a lot of cage matches on NXT television. I think they said this was only the second time that the North American title had been contested in a cage match.
I'm trying to think when was the first time. Was it? Who did it the first time?
Weirdly enough, I thought that this was in. I thought somebody talked about it in the group chat, but I'm not sure now. Maybe not. But yeah, I'm not sure. I thought that they said that it was second time, but I think Joseph usually knows it. Or I don't know if Corey said that or not. Also, Corey has seamlessly fit into the announce team here. He's not being petty or petulant any longer.
He's like, yes, that's right. Smile, everyone's happy.
Yep.
Big. There's holding hostage. I was waiting for the lead to like, oh, I'm medically cleared now.
You're right. That's kind of what I thought was going to like, but then everything pointed to it being a shoot. But like, just because something's a shoot doesn't mean you can't make it into a work eventually. Lots of things happen that way. But I don't know. We might see Corey in the ring again someday. But I feel like we're probably going to see Nick Aldis and Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce going one-on-one now before Corey's ever back. I need that match. I need that to happen.
Corey and McAfee, yeah.
Oh God, yeah, just
like you took my job. You took my job.
You took my job.
I found the steel cage. It was Bronson Reed and Gargano.
Shit. Okay.
Good old Johnny Sameface. Yep.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. But all right. So jobbers of the night tonight. Do I have that sound effect in here? I think I do. Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Man. That's the stuff. But Matt, who do you have as your jobber of the night this evening?
JDC.
Oh shit! What did he do? What did he do?
He's the jobber of the goddamn group. I don't want to hear it. I like the system was fine without him. JDC was cool when he has his own little mini faction with Vladimir Kozlov, and I forgot what the other fucker's name was. I missed that. All of a sudden, then Vladimir Kozlov tapped out in like less than 5 minutes, and we never saw that again. And I was like, I'm going to join the system. And no. But I'll get that he looked good and he lost, so he jobbed. He did a good job jobbing.
He did. And he made Lexis King look good. He really did. He achieved probably what was the true goal of the match.
Right.
Like I said, this was, I think, one of Lexis King's better television matches, and it has to be because of JDC. Lexis King doesn't make that big of a jump in like a week.
Right. So who's your jumper?
Tonight, mine is it's Nikita Lyons. Again, for quite literally being like shortest match of the night, man. Like everything went like almost 10 minutes across the board, except for that. She got put down in under 3. And like you said, I wasn't completely decided on who my jobber was going to be until you pointed out that she had so much upside and promise until she didn't.
Yeah, until she got hurt a lot.
So I'm sorry, Nikita. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I hope she's not angry with me.
I hope you're not injured again after that.
God, after I made her my jobber?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Turquoise, damn it.
Oh shit!
Quack!
Happier, better places. Megastar. The megastar of the night. Matt, sir, who is your megastar this eventide?
I think just to the reaction, you gotta give it to Ricky.
Yeah, yep, agreed. I'm right there with you.
It's like, yeah, no, he made a statement. We know why he's here. Short and sweet. Crowd was into it. They know who he is. And as you're curious about, what's gonna happen? Is it gonna be a babyface? Is it gonna be a heel? Who's he gonna go face with? When's he gonna officially sign? A lot of stuff. So, I had to give it to him for the megastar.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. Just in the interest of getting somebody else in there as well. I will say Briggs and Inamura as well. I thought that triple threat tag match was just an absolute blast. Probably my favorite match of the night, honestly. That was, I think, the most fun I had during a match tonight. But again, like for a team that I wasn't super duper into them doing, because it thrust Briggs right back into a tag team. I thought they looked good here, and I don't think they're going to beat Fraxium. God, I hope not. Like you said, now I'm kind of hopeful that is what they'll do with the NXT tag titles. If they're going to have Fraxium drop, and let's get this interpromotional here. Let's make that happen.
Let's make it Rascals, baby. Great team. You guys need to check them out.
Yep. Well, and I mean, and there's there's already a good integrated history with NXT there too.
Yeah. Agreed.
I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, that was NXT tonight, guys. Really, I think a really great go home show this evening.
Oh yeah.
Strong show. Crowd was into it as they typically are. That's why I like the on the road shows too, though, because you get a much different feel from the crowd. But guys, thank you so much for. Oh no, I want the other song. This one. Thank you so much. Tonight, I've got great news for you. We're not just here talking NXT. We're here every night of the week because professional wrestling never stops. So Dirt Sheet Radio is always on. We are here Monday nights for Monday Night Raw. Tuesday nights, obviously, for NXT. We're here talking about it right now. Wednesday nights, you know what that means. It's AEW Dynamite. And, Matt, what's Thursday?
TNA Impact. Me and the IWC War Chief of Korea is going to review all the TNA Impact. And, of course, we have Friday, the Smack Zone.
On Friday. And then, hey, guys, on Wednesday nights, also, if you're up really late, check out the Dirt Sheet Radio flagship program. They go super late into the night. If you're like me and Molly here, just listen to it in the mornings. It'll be there with your coffee and your commute. Her commute, she's the one that drives. And then also on Sundays, couple shows myself and CJ doing CJ and Tyler's Weekend Wrestling Roundup with a W. We break down the news of the week as we like to see it every week. And also on Sundays, the 3NT crew breaking down the week of wrestling and looking good while they do it. And guys, it's a lot of fun. Also, oh my gosh, the over CongoClick.com, guys, Major Issues podcast every week. Check that out as well. Lots of fun, lots of stuff going on. Matt, where can they find you online, and where will they see you next?
Like I said, about every Thursday for TNA. Follow me on Twitter at DavianPhoenix12. Follow my Instagram at HouseHusbandCosplay. And every Tuesday night, around 7, 8 o'clock, I have Otaku Cafe for all my anime coverage, all the new seasonal shows. We review that, me and a couple of the staff. Like I said, every Tuesday. I did it last night this week, but we'll be back on the full schedule then. So check it out. Follow that on Twitter at Otaku Cafe Anime. Follow the Facebook page, Otaku Cafe, along with our Instagram. If you're an anime fan, definitely check us out. We'd love to have you. We'd love to chat with all of you.
All right, hell yeah! Thank you guys so much. Give me a follow over at the Pro Wrestling Hipster or over the Pro Wrestling Hipster on Facebook. Have a wonderful night, everybody. We'll be back live tomorrow night, and follow Dirt Sheet Radio on all social media platforms, guys. Thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful night. We'll be back live tomorrow night for AEW.